Probably what I would say is that a good 15 minutes of quality engagement with the person is better than trying to fill out a whole hour. So I think if you're going to go into a care home and think, oh crikey, how am I going to get through this next hour? This is really hard work. You set yourself up to fail before you've even got in there. And what might happen is you just might absolutely dread that visit. Whereas if you think, I'm going to go in and I'm going to make this next 15, 20 minutes the best that I possibly can, bite-sized chunks, but make them really worthwhile, and then we're more likely to come back. And you can do that by planning in advance. I think a lot of the times as well, people come in and expect that to and fro of conversation. And when that doesn't happen, that's really difficult. So what they say is, I can't talk to mum. She doesn't understand what I'm saying and she forgets things. And that's really difficult. And that's because we need to really move away from the conventional type of conversation that we used to always have. We are now looking at non-verbal communications rather than speech. And what we really need to do as well is we really need to simplify our speech. At some point in dementia, we might need to lose speech altogether. In the later stages of dementia, if we go in to visit somebody who's predominantly in bed and who might not be awake for very long, we're looking for tiny little moments of connection. And if you wait long enough, and if you fill that space with things that you know that they like, we need to be very sensory. So if we go into a care home and we know that we can take some nice cream that mum used to always like to rub into her hands, and we can give her a very nice hand massage. There might be no words needed for that, but that is a really good visit, and that's a very good connection. And that's a really good communication, actually. We could go in and we could play some music that we know that they like. We could recite a piece of poetry that we know is meaningful to them. We could pray with them. That is a really good form of communication and a connection. If they are able to still eat and swallow, taking nice things that we can share to eat and drink together is really good. Fabrics and textures and things that the person can actually feel that might be reminiscent for them is really good. Great, as I've said, great smells, great sounds, great tastes, and great feels. So break those down into little bite-sized chunks and don't overwhelm yourself. Remember that a person with dementia really loses track of time. They really don't know whether you're in there for 15 minutes or whether you're in there for 2 hours. So take the pressure off yourself and make the visits small but really meaningful. If you can leave feeling good about yourself, if you can be with the person and you can see that you're making a really positive change with them, you know, if you get a smile, if you get a laugh, if you get a squeeze of the hand, forget about if they know your name, forget about if they recognise you. We're looking for something else now. We're looking for connection, and we can get really good connection in ways way better than that automatic conversation backwards and forwards that we're so used to.